Alan, let's talk about the new indie film in theaters this weekend called My Penguin Friend, starring Jean Reno. It is based on a true story about a humble fisherman who, in the opening scene of the movie, we meet him, his lovely wife, and his son. On a fishing trip with his son, there's a tragic thunderstorm which results in the horrible death of his son by drowning. Years later, the fisherman and his wife are living a humble life, and they befriend a penguin. And this little penguin becomes attached to Jean Reno, and visits them every year. It ends up becoming a national news story, this penguin. And I don't know what it's about the relationship between Jean Reno's character, based on a real fisherman, and forms this relationship. I mean, it's a cute animal movie, right? I'll say this. I saw this at a screening. People were crying in the theater. I mean, look, I got choked up a couple times. It's a very simple story. It's not super layered. It's also, like, you could say this is a very, very good movie for kids. They did combine like there was a real penguin in this film, right? But they did combine with some digital effects they couldn't have possibly done. The penguin almost gets hurt a couple times. No penguins were in peril. What did you think of My Penguin Friend?
Yeah, I love this movie. It's just a nice, sweet family film with an animal in it, and that's my only problem was it was diversity all over the place. Not a single white person in this movie.
Oh yeah, who cares?
I know. I'm just kidding. It takes place in South America. No, it was a lot of fun. This one, I like it because it cranks up that cuteness factor, but doesn't overplay it. Right. Jean Reno, I mean, we know him from very different roles than this one. And he just comes off as very lovable. And, he's got, his arc is basically, he's got to kind of start trusting people again after, his son died a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I remember starting when the movie started, and it's like, okay, we're starting right off with the dead son. But I'll be honest, there's a callback, and that kind of choked me up. It was placed very well. There's so the penguin migrates during the summer, during the southern hemisphere summer. He's down in Patagonia, in Argentina, and instead of migrating with all his friends, he was injured during one migration. Jean Reno's character saves him because of an oil accident. And then that's kind of where they're bonding. And it's interesting that the whole idea that penguins are very adaptable creatures, that they're creatures of habit, and that you get the sense of, not only does this penguin go back to the same area, but he goes back specifically to Jean Reno's house and the nest he built for him. While at the same time, when he migrates south, he goes to the nest he builds in Patagonia. So there's a lot in terms of understanding how penguins work, how they migrate, how they adapt. It's just a really nice package. And, if you want to introduce kids to subtitles, this is a good movie to have them see.
There's not that many subtitles.
No,
it's not that. I mean, it's
very simple. Yeah,
it's very simple. I'll say this movie is comfort food.
Mm-hmm.
You want to see a light, heartwarming story. The movie's not for kids, but kids will enjoy it. And
no, this is for kids. I mean, it's for the family. It's a family film. It's for the entire family.
I'm saying adults can enjoy it too. It's really, anyone who's ever had a relationship with a pet, with an animal, will relate to this. So I think I give this a recommend.
Yeah, and Jean Reno, again, is so likable in this movie compared to all his other movies.
Right.
He is the sympathetic protagonist, and he does an amazing job in this film. And seeing the credits, seeing the trailers, I felt like I was gonna get bored at times. Not a single time.
Nope. And it's not like 2 hours. It's like around 90 minutes.
90 minutes.
So it's perfect. Yeah. Good recommend.